Welcome, everybody, to Divine Messages. I'm Polly Wirum. I'm the founder and creator of Gateways to Peace, and that's with the number 2, so gateways2peace.com. And I have my wonderful co-host, Max Ryan, and we have 2 wonderful guests today. So today is all about receiving messages. We never know who they're for until the words actually start coming out of our mouth. Even then, we don't necessarily know. And so there'll be universal messages. There should be direct messages. We really believe that whoever is watching, so whenever and however you find this program, there will be something for you in this. And one of my main themes in life is to enjoy life and have fun. And so, of course, I bring that to the show, is to enjoy life and have fun. And here's Max to tell you a little bit about his gig.
Thank you, Polly. Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad this is our 3rd episode, and the first 2 episodes have been so much fun. We've had a great time. The participants have been just a blessing to us, and also and the people that have been watching, we've been getting some emails saying, "Wow, it's crazy. You're giving a message for that person, but they're really for me." So, and listen, here's the deal. If you are watching this, even on the replay, you have been guided here, and I guarantee you there will be a message that you need to hear that will confirm something, that will be a confirmation or a realization or a guiding message to help you in some area of your life. So it's great to be here, and I love working with Polly. And my name is Max Ryan, and I'm the creator and founder of AttractPositiveResults.com, where I help people to move in their life from an orientation of fear and overwhelm and anxiety to an orientation of flow and peace and love. And I do that a number of ways. I am a certified law of attraction trainer, and I also have been working, I'm very spiritual, and I've been intuitive my whole life, but I also really do work a lot with something called A Course in Miracles. And A Course in Miracles is a spiritual mind study program that helps you to move from fear to love so that you can really attract beautiful things in your life. So it's an honor to be here, and it's an honor to deliver any messages from the divine for you. And just before we get into the show, let me tell you that Polly and I, we do not talk before the show. I mean, we talk, but we don't talk about the show. We don't talk about anything. There's no script. There's no plan. There's nothing coming through, but when we open up and we get messages from the divine. All right, so one of the best ways to start a show like this is with a prayer. So, Polly, should I say the prayer now?
Oh, please, thank you.
All right, so everyone watching and even our participants today, Rebecca and Amy, please close your eyes. And let's all take a deep breath. Dear Mother, Father, God, Divine Source, Universe, all that is, we come together today with open hearts, open minds, and an open spirit. We allow today to be a time of love, a time of support and guidance for everyone here watching, and, of course, for Amy and Rebecca and for Polly and myself, too. We ask that this time be spent in the highest vibration, which is love. We ask that this time be spent really hearing the truth beyond our ego, beyond what we want to know, and actually what we need to know to help our spirit to grow and prosper in this world and every other world beyond this world. We take a deep breath. And we say, thank you very much. And so it is.
And so it is.
Wow. I just have to tell you really quickly, when I was doing that, just so you all know, and if you're new to channeling or anything, I have a master guide. His name is Gawain. And when I was doing that, he was like, you forgot to call me in. And as I was doing that, I got a whoosh. And so he is just an energy that helps me to discern what's coming through for me. So I just want to say that it's really important to listen to your guides, and everyone has guides around them, and it could come in the form of a flower, it could come in the form of hearing something, it could come in the form of someone saying something to you where that is exactly what you needed to hear. It could come in the form of angels. It could come in the form of everything working out in your life. But you are guided. You are definitely guided. We're all being guided at all times. But the most important thing is that we take ourselves and our ego and we put it over here, and we allow it to come through. And sometimes that's scary. Sometimes that can be very scary, but I'm telling you, and this is me not even delivering a message, it's me as a coach just telling you like it is. When you can trust, when you can listen, and when you can follow with action that little voice, that's when you really live in the magic of life. So, Gawain saying thank you very much for acknowledging me, and he is an awesome, awesome spirit. So you'd all love him. If you could see him like I could see him, you'd be like, yeah, he's a cool dude. So I wanted to just say that. Polly, do you have something to say?
I have to. And so, Rebecca, so as Max was talking, I'm going to tell you what I first wrote down about you, but actually when he was talking, I literally was seeing like if I could take my arms and hug them around an animal, around a horse or something, and just love on that creature. It's just you've got all this love and just like melting into really this animal type, just love, 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 love. But what I saw, the first thing that came to me with you was squeezing. You literally are one of those people that you try to squeeze the last ounce of joy out of, whether it's a piece of fruit or whatever it is. You want that last little thing. And sometimes it can be where it's a little bit harder for you to let go of it because you really want to experience everything in there that there is to be of that. And I don't know if this is for who this is for, but I see like, I heard the word Mississippi, but I think that's attributed to horses. But I see like grass, and then I see like this, you know, those picturesque, like the old ranch, the wooden posts. You know what I'm talking about. That really beautiful, picturesque. Does that mean anything to either one of you guys? Like the fence with the wood that's really pretty. If it doesn't, just let it go.
It could. It could. Yeah.
Okay. So anyhow, it was just like this really pretty thing. And then the other thing that I was seeing where you are right now, and this will usually lead to something else, I see that you are right now is you are actually, you have made it to a point in your life, and it's super colorful, but it's almost like everything is you are just kind of walking on this path, and really it's this time for you that you really get to enjoy stuff. Like, it's really like, you know what, you've probably worked hard to get where you're at right now, but your path has a lot of light, has a lot of color, and I don't see like a bunch of obstacles. It's like you actually personally are extremely open to even changes right now, to whatever comes into your life. You're just open and ready to receive. That is where you are in your life right now. Does that feel like it to you?
Pretty right, yeah.
and you are. And because you are so absolutely, you're like so open and ready to receive, you absolutely will. I mean, you just go like this, and you're going to be receiving love and light, and that's probably why I saw just wrap your arms around whatever you love and don't let go, and just let them know how much you love them.
Yep.
Max, did you want to add anything?
I did want to say something. Rebecca, I agree with a lot of the stuff that I feel that same vibration with Polly, definitely. But, you know, I have to say one of the things that I really see around you is independence. My guide keeps going, independence, independence, independence. I don't know if you are single, a single mother, or you're more an independent person. I see one teenage boy around you or something like that where you're kind of the leader. It feels like, oh, thank you. So it feels like, oh, this is going to show my age, but I'm going to tell you that anyway. There was a Helen Reddy song back in the day called "You and Me Against the World." Do you know that song?
No.
Okay, so it's this song, because of course I'm probably much older than you. Helen Reddy sang this song, "You and Me Against the World," and it's about a mother and her son, about being like, it's you and me, and we're going into the world, and I don't. Do you have a son?
I have a teenage son.
A teenage son. Is that your only child?
I have a teenage daughter.
Okay.
Older.
Oh, older. Is she's. Go ahead.
She's 17 and a half, and my son is 13 and a half. And I feel like, yeah, like you just said, like I like to take him under my wing, and like it's, yeah, because I bonded like this with him.
Very much so.
There's just like, he and I are, like this. But I'm married, but he's my little man.
There's I get that. I feel that one of the strongest vibrations with you is you and him.
Very, very strong.
And I thank you. My guide is that. So what's his name? Can I ask?
Richard.
Richard. Okay. Does he go by Richard?
I call him Richie. Richard.
Yeah, it feels like it's not exactly that. But anyway, so you and Richard, your souls.
Sometimes I call him Boo.
Okay.
That's it, yeah.
It feels a little too formal. Richard feels a little too formal for him for some reason. But you and Richard have had a couple of, like 3 or 4 lifetimes together, that's for sure.
I knew that. I just feel it. I'm like, I feel like, well, it's weird, but I feel like at one point I could have been married to him.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
He is like, there's this unbelievable connection that we have, and it's like, I already know him,
You know him.
It was weird because I just want to say one thing. When I was pregnant with him, I said, just, dear Divine, please send me a soul full of joy. And he's my little joy boy, So.
Very much so. He is very intuitive.
Oh my God, yes, he is.
Oh my God, I can see him in my mind right now. He's kind of longish and maybe a little lanky, but sandy blondish hair.
You got him. You got him.
He's an observer. He's an observer of life.
Absolutely.
He sees everything. He's got a really keen awareness to look at how life is working.
Exactly.
He is very smart. He's you know what? It's interesting. Yeah, he's really sensitive in the best way possible. Yeah. He needs to. Sorry, this is just what I'm being told. This is where I'm going right now. Is that Okay. So my guide's saying she's gonna know this because she's the mother. But I need to say this again. He needs to be supported in his strength of being sensitive and not the sensitivity kind of breaking him down. Does that make sense?
Somewhat.
Because sometimes he can be a sensitive guy and he doesn't even share it with you.
Yeah, right.
Because it's actually a little too sensitive for him.
Yeah.
He is... I don't know if it's happening yet, but it's going to happen soon. He's going to be a lady killer.
I can see that.
He's going to be the kind of guy that girls go, hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is. Because he's not the football, whir. He is the interested, curious, and those are the guys that end up literally, they're not on the most popular list, but those are the guys that end up having a lot of girls going, wow, what about him? Does that make sense?
You got him. 100%.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and then I'm going to finish because I feel like Polly needs to say something. This thing about independence that I get from you is that there is a new independence for you, Rebecca, in a new, you standing on your own 2 feet in the world in a whole kind of a new way than you have in the past. It's new for you. There's something new that's coming for you. That it's about how you feel within your body, how you feel within your connection with Source. It feels like, okay, I'm standing on my own 2 feet. That's what I'm getting. I don't know if that's true.
Accurate. 100% accurate, yeah.
It's also, like when I was talking about how I saw you at that point, it's also more of a sense of appreciation and wonderment.
Yeah.
As you've reached this point, you say pinnacle, this point where you actually are able to appreciate and more wonderment. But when Max was talking about your son, for some reason I was getting this stop, and like with my hand, like stop. And so I'm wondering if that's something like, and I had more of it and I kind of lost it, but something like where either at some point you have to, there's something that, if it's like stop and just let him explore more on his own, or stop and I'm not sure what it is, but there was like a stop, and it was something to do with you and your son. And so I kind of feel like it's stop and take a step back sometimes. And I also, when you guys first started talking, I saw other people's photos, probably your daughter and your husband, that are kind of like you and your son are right here. And then those guys are up here, and they're kind of looking back and saying, "Come on, catch up with us. They're pulling you towards, like, come join us type deal." The stop thing, just pay attention to it, because I can't really remember what it was. It was something stop, nothing bad. Just pay attention to it and see what comes up, and if it's just like stop and allow him almost to explore a little bit more. I don't know, wait and see what happens. But it was something, there was something there, and it's not, there's never anything bad. It was more like maybe be more of an observer or something. But so just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, because it'll be interesting.
Okay.
Rebecca, are you wanting to start some new way of making money?
Yes.
Yeah, there's something new, a new way of making money for you. This comes back to the independent thing, right?
Right.
You standing on your own 2 feet. Is it a business of your own?
No.
Okay. It just feels, thank you. It feels very much like you're like, okay, done with that. I'm going towards this thing. I'm going to do this thing. And it feels very business-like.
Right.
And it feels like this, thank you. My guide's saying, definitely do this. Definitely, it's a really good thing for you. Are you taking action in this area right now of moving forward on that?
Yes.
Okay, good. And this is just me speaking as a coach, or me. And how is that going?
It's going well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because my guide really was just saying to me, just keep going in that direction. Keep going. The direction that you have chosen to move forward in your business is the direction. You just keep moving in that direction. Thank you. Hold on. So, I'll say this. He's saying to me, what you think can happen will happen.
Okay.
Okay? You're very smart.
Thank you.
You're very smart. You have an incredible acumen for organization in your head. You're really good at. Have you ever managed people?
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably really good at that. You have a really good way to be like, I'm going to create a system for this, a system for this, and that will make it all flow so that everyone gets along and that everyone works. It's a little. I'm not exactly nearly actually as good as you are, but I like to think that. But yeah, you like to create a little system for this, a system for this, a system for this, and then everyone can just follow the system. Is that right?
That's pretty clear. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. You're a good manager. You're a good boss, and people really like you. People will be loyal to you. People are loyal to you because you treat people really fairly. For sure.
And when Max was talking about the job thing, I actually saw you, and this could be in your house, I'm not sure, but I actually saw you like going through like drawers, like pulling out drawers and going through like paperwork and like, getting rid of some stuff and really going in deep and going through a lot of drawers. And I saw you throwing a lot of crap away, actually. Like you're just going in and you're chucking things. But that, however that fits into your life, that is actually on where you, I think from me, the biggest message is that where you are right now, although you do have a lot of things, now that I'm talking, I see that you have a lot of things that you can investigate. That's the better word to use, that you can investigate. But you just have this opening right now, and a lot of light and a lot of just good stuff for you right now.
Yay.
So, yeah.
It's good.
So I want to ask you, when I was talking about the farmland and the fence and the grass, you said that might mean something to you?
The way you describe it kind of reminds me of an image that was that I shared with my great aunt in Florida. She used to live in Florida. She's passed now, but we had visited a farm that had horses, and I always said, I'm gonna someday buy a horse farm for you,
Oh.
And it was sort of like you described it, and I'm thinking, well, does that mean my great aunt is around me?
That could, because I felt the horse thing was very.
And there was horses there.
It was very strong, and I saw the fences, and so that could very well be that you're a great aunt, because I felt it was this. When I said love,
there was so much love.
There was so much love, and that's when I said, if you could hug on that horse, because that's what it was, is this love, and to just hold on to it. And so it's probably that incredible love. So yay. So know that she's probably with you right now. I would take that.
I'm taking
Awesome.
I'm taking it. I love it. I need to ask you just one thing before I feel like it's about time that we kind of move towards Amy and whatever's going to come up for us. I need to ask about your husband. Okay, so I'm just being told there's something blocking your husband. There's something blocking him in some way. There's a block going on, and I'm just being told to ask you what the block is.
Okay, he just got out of the hospital today. And he had a bowel blockage. I don't know if that's literally what you're talking about, but
that's how spirit works. I don't know what that means or whatever. I'm just being asked, what's the blockage? He's got a blockage.
He literally he's out, but he went in Sunday and came out today for a bowel blockage. So
wow.
That's literal.
That's a literal. And, that just proves, I have no freaking idea what Spirit's telling me. I just freaking give it to you. Right. And, so there's a blockage there. But there's also, I have to say, okay, he's going to be fine physically. Totally going to be fine physically. There's no problem with that. But I have to ask you, there's another thing. Thank you. My guide's going, so that was a little bit of a physical manifestation of something else that's blocked in his life. He's feeling stuck. There's something about him that's feeling like, what's his name, please?
David.
David. Oh, yeah. He's a great guy. I like him a lot. He's really cool. There's something about him that's really, he wants to please. This is what I'm telling. He wants to please. He wants to please. And that's been a little bit of his, I would say downfall, but it's a little bit of his Achilles heel because he wants to please everyone. Is that right?
That is 100% right. He's done everything for everyone and nothing for himself, and that's why he's in the situation.
Oh my God, it's exactly true. My heart is kind of like, ooh, I like him. It just kind of makes me want to tear up because he's such a great spirit. He's got a great spirit. Yeah. But he has a belief that needs to change, and his belief is that his self-worth comes from, hold on. His self-worth comes from accomplishment, not from who he is.
Yeah.
Yes, bless his soul, bless his soul. He's a good man. There's a lot of good things about him. But that's the block. That's the block that I found, and that block is something that he needs to work on. He needs to work, and I think that he's ready. Actually, I think that in the past he wasn't ready to work on this block, but I think that this block about him having this belief that I have to do in order to be accepted, to be loved, to be whatever. Does that make sense, Rebecca?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna change. My guide goes, he's growing up. He's growing up. This physical situation is helping him to grow up, and I don't mean grow up like he's a good provider. He can do what he needs to do, whatever. But it's growing up literally as a spirit, And I think that this is the time that. Oh, interesting. So your independence right now is going to be a really good thing for him because he's going to realize that your happiness, his happiness, does not depend on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did that kind of hit a chord there for a second?
It could.
Yeah. I sort of felt your heart go. He's good. I just want him to keep on this road of looking at that, and I don't even know if he will even listen to this. I have no idea. But traditionally, the husbands never watch or listen. But he's the kind of guy that could really benefit from looking at, wow, where am I looking for my validation? Where am I looking for my self-worth?
Right.
And I actually see him, because you're starting off on your own journey thing right now, where you're going to feel pretty darn good. I actually see him taking note of that, because the way because you're going to have more excitement and more. It's just going to be. I guess you're going to feel more freedom, like freedom, actually even to breathe. And so when you come home, because you're experiencing this in all of your life. When you come home, everything shifts in your house anyhow, but he's going to start noticing and following your lead in some ways. It literally makes him turn and look at a different angle in life. It opens, it's like he lifts his head up, he becomes more aware of options. And it's really because you are moving, it's really easy for you right now, right? You're moving into this time, it's a pretty good time for you. Right? And you're not even, even if there were an obstacle, you're not noticing it. He's going to pay attention to how you're just kind of, you're just going with it. So it's a really good thing. Everybody benefits from it.
Good. Yeah, bless his soul. He's a great guy. He's a good guy. All right. Okay, I want to just kind of move over here to Amy. Hi, Amy.
I have a message for Amy.
Okay, go ahead to the Amy thing.
It kept going, and I kept hearing it over and over. So, Amy, it's really important for you right now, and you can unmute yourself. It's really important for you right now to hold the space. I heard that over and over and over again. Hold the space. So I did see, I'll tell you what I saw of you when you were younger and kind of like what you still kind of want to do. Actually, I'll tell you right now. So what I was seeing, you kind of have like this thing like, look at me, you're dancing, you're singing, you've got like that energy or whatever. But here's the serious side of you, is a hold the space. So there's something that you are really holding on to. You're holding on to it really hard. I think it's differently. So there's something that I don't know if it's like your home or whatever it is that you're holding, like you are using all your might and force to keep it, to hold what you want. I'm thinking if you let go, if it wasn't it's almost like, you're holding it so tight, you're not even breathing. Like you want it so much, you're not even really breathing. I'm thinking if you more said, okay, I deserve this, because it's really, I deserve this. I'm allowing this into my life now. And so it's more of a welcoming instead of a, I'm holding it so tight. Does that make sense to you? Because
it does.
Because you deserve this abundance, you deserve this wealth, you deserve this safety, you deserve this cocoon, this really nice, comforting area. You deserve that. And so have it be more of a welcoming. Does that make sense? Like sometimes, when there's something that we really want, I mean, I do it all the time. When there's something I really want, I'm like, I gotta have it, I gotta have it. And I'm not even letting it come in because I'm like, being forceful. Does that make sense?
It does.
Max, did you have anything?
I wanted to say that, Amy, it's interesting. I wanted to come back to before we started the show. And before we started the show, both Rebecca and Amy were on, and we were talking to them, kind of prepping them, which we do with every one of our participants on the show. And I was like, crazy, fun, silly, right? Am I right?
Yes.
There was something really like fun and just lighthearted and fun. And I was just my guides were going, go do this, go get the cards, and I was feeling a vibration of fun, fun, fun. And I think that that's really your gift to the world, Amy. I think that and then afterwards I was like, frick, hello, you were picking up her energy. Your energy has this fun energy, this energy of, thank you. So you kind of have this fun party kind of energy, and that energy is really good. Thank you very much. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that that fun energy doesn't take you into can you mute yourself for a second and you can hear me but mute yourself? Thank you. Okay, so listen to this really strongly. Here's the deal. The fun energy is fantastic, Amy. It's so good for you. But there's something about the fun energy that's an escape from being clear and pointed and being a real creator of your life. That's what my guide's telling me. So fun is fantastic, but don't make it take you away from being a clear and very specific creator of your life. Because you know what? It's like, thank you. My guide's telling me there's this there's a section of the Course in Miracles that says, that God says, listen, I'm here waiting for you to get serious. When you get serious, we're going to do it. So there's a little bit that's a message for you to be like, that's great, keep the high vibration, but also it's like, okay, now I'm serious, let's move. Does that make sense? You can unmute yourself now.
So you feel like I'm at a high vibration as far as fun? You feel like my vibration's here, up here?
Well, it's not really like hierarchical up here or down there. It's more like your spirit itself has a place.
I don't need hierarchical. I can't even say it.
Your spirit has a playful energy.
Yes.
Right. So don't let that playful energy overwhelm you being, I hate the word serious because it's negative, but being clear and pointed about where you want to go and what you want to do. Does that make more sense?
Yeah. Although I think in some ways I'm too serious in certain ways.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
But what you said does make a lot of sense.
Okay, go ahead.
So here's how I feel, like, because I saw that playful singing and dancing type thing, but then it was important to hold the space, and I really feel like you're close to achieving this that you want, this sacred, the safe space. You are close to that. It's almost like I feel if you made a list, like if you made a detailed list, okay, this is, write down what do you want, because I feel that this space is important to you. Write down what it is that you want and then start working towards it, because that's going to give you that little bit of that focus, because it's attainable. It's not that far off.
Yeah, it's not that far off, and you know what?
Everyone disappeared. Oh, there you go.
Sorry, sometimes if you don't talk, sometimes on this situation, for me, it just goes to my picture. So listen, I agree with you completely. I think that there is something about, and then I just pulled the card for you when I was sitting here, and I pulled the release card, which means that it's about releasing this kind of and well, actually I don't know. I'm gonna say that really honestly. I'm not sure, but there's something about you releasing a mindset. Releasing a mindset so that you can actually, because you have a lot of energy. You have a lot of energy. And we were talking about being manifester before the show started. You could manifest like that.
Mm-hmm.
You could. Are you manifesting now? What you want? Amy, you can unmute yourself. Oh, did Amy freeze up?
I used to.
Oh, there you go.
I used to manifest really well. And then I started again this year where just amazing serendipitous things came to me that I needed. But probably, like she was saying, I'm holding my breath because I'm not sure exactly where she was going, but I'm sort of holding my breath and holding on tight to where I am right now instead of going forward and believing that I can go forward from where I am so I can hold on to what I have right now. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It does. It does make sense, and I think that's kind of what I was talking about. The word serious kept coming, but it's not serious. It is about just going, okay, I'm making a decision. This is what I'm going to do. Being clear about it.
And then making the decision jumps me. Sorry. Well, making that decision to go forward, I guess I'm afraid to lose what I already have.
Oh, you're not going to lose anything.
No.
You're not going to lose anything. You're going to add, and it's going to become a big flowing, like, cycle of fun.
Yes, fun's always good, I guess.
Yeah. I think that it kind of relates to this.
Fear, yes. Yeah, I want to transform that to love.
Yeah, and you can do it. You can do it. You've done it before. You can do it again. Yeah. Sorry, Polly, what were you going to say?
Well, no, I was just going to say, I mean, really what it is, because you are, you have that really fun energy, but it's a little jumpy. But and you have that thing. You have that tenacity. That I think that is the word that describes, when you want something, but it's almost like you're afraid to want it, and so that's why, write down what it is. I feel like it's, because for me, when I see it for you and I feel it, it's really like this safety net. It's like this really warm safety net, home, environment. You can have that, and because it is secure, it actually gives you more freedom to be who you are, because it's really a secure love, where you can be you, and it's really safe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you guys are hitting the mark.
Yeah. So write it down. Just because I know this stuff really works, I know you're so tenacious. I know you can achieve that. So when you write something down, like how you want it, you can move for it. Because I want you to hold that in because sometimes I see like you have it, but it's almost disconnected in parts. Like it's over here, and sometimes you don't see the line through, to get, you're not, anyhow, I want you to write it down and hold the space.
What were you going to say?
That comes back to what I was saying about this idea, and I think that this is what's happening, is that what I was being told is this idea about being serious. It's about being consistent. It's about moving forward. It's about making a decision and doing what needs to be done to make happen what needs to happen.
Yes, I got that.
Yeah.
And when you say and to go back to Polly for a second, when you say hold that space, do you mean hold that space of what I want, what I'm looking for, what I have an S for?
Yes, and literally I was hearing that over and over and over, and I wrote it down. Because for you, it's not just a space of, for you it's a literal safety space, like this loving space. And so hold that image, hold the words, and you can achieve it. And that's like, it's super empowering. That's why they gave me that message to give to you, is hold that space and go for it. And so write that down. The hold the space is for you, and it's very empowering. I can't even speak. Empowering.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Because I want to say to you is that there's a creation inside of your spirit that's waiting to come out. I don't know what that is, Amy. That's what I'm being shown and being told. There's a creation inside of you that's waiting to become a form in the world. This is what I'm showing. There's something in you that's bubbling up, that's been bubbling up, that's been, I don't know what that is, actually. Is it a book? Is it art? Is it something that becomes a form from a thought that's in your head that you've kind of, I know I'm going in a different direction, but this is what I'm being shown right now, is that there's something within you that's waiting to be birthed. What does that mean, Amy?
Well, it could be something literal, because I want to do like guided imagery, DVD type things, but it could also be figurative, like me being birthed, like who I am, and having a connection to myself.
No, it's not figurative. It's literal. It's like a book living inside you, and it needs to come out. It's an art project. I don't know what it is. Go ahead.
I have like 200 cards that I haven't done anything with. I'm an idea person. There's DVDs, there's book, there's stories, there's a novelette somewhere.
Let me pull a card for you. I have to pull a card. And I was told to pull a different deck before I came on. Yes. Remember that? And I'm going to pull from this deck. Okay, this is freaking.
And I'm also.
Look, can you see what this card says?
Books. Yeah.
You know what? I have to pause for a second. You know what? Here's the deal.
Those recent books, those were huge.
Cards do not lie. They never lie. And you know what? I love the cards because it always proves that the Spirit's telling us something very clear. So it's a book, or it's, or maybe it's cards or something. It's a written thing that I'm getting, like, you need to bring it out into the world. You need to follow through with that. You need to do that, because that is, thank you. That comes back to you making a decision to be serious and going, I'm doing it. Let's go.
Inconsistent. Okay. Okay,
Good.
thanks. What deck do you have that had the release? Was the release card?
These are both Angel Therapy cards. Angel Therapy from Doreen Virtue cards. I've got 50 million decks. Probably like, not really 50 million, but I have probably like 35 decks. And I always use this deck, which is my traditional tarot deck that I've had forever and ever, since I was 8 years old. But I have all these, and I was told to pull out this deck. So
can I see the cards you pulled for me? Like the pictures?
Oh, yeah. So this was the release card.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't always subscribe to whatever. I hardly ever read the stuff down here. I
want to see the picture.
Okay, so here's the picture.
I can't read it anyway.
Okay, so here's the picture. It's a woman flying with a lot of birds. Release, move forward, fly, be free.
The release is huge.
Yeah. And then here is the books card. They're all angels, so here's the books with the angel reading the books.
And you said release the mindset, right?
Yeah, there's a mindset to release. And I think
it's the deserving, because when we first started talking about the deserving, know that you deserve this.
Right.
Yeah, that's
huge. Yeah, and I actually pulled a card for you also, and the card that I pulled was, and it's the Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards, but it signifies like happy home life.
You both did angel.
Yeah.
Lots of angels.
Yeah, there's lots of angels around you.
Happy home life, but the other thing when Max was talking about you creating something, what I actually saw, interestingly, was like a Mother Mary figure. You know how sometimes they have them in that light blue, bluish white Mother Mary figure, and the Mother Mary figure was actually like people came to her for like little kernels of I don't know if advice is the right thing, but almost like little samples.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Good. So what does
that mean? So what would that mean? The Mother Mary? What would that mean?
You know, I'm not sure, but I would just say you're much stronger than you're aware of. And for me, from everything that I'm sharing with you, I believe the most important thing is the holding the space. coming, you know, that's going to get you settled. It's going to put you in a safe place. It's going to put you where you can create, where you can do everything you're meant to do. Know that you're deserving of it. Hold that in your mind
Write
and,
it down.
yeah, and work towards it, right? Because then after you're there, you're able to live your life where you're really, without a sense of desperation, right? Because,
Yes, survival mode.
yeah, you're out of survival mode. You're in this loving environment. And,
So
and again,
I can do my books or whatever it is that I need to birth.
exactly, you can do whatever you need, but you got to get to that space before you can, you know, before you have the freedom to create, the freedom to breathe, right?
Right, but first create the space.
Yeah.
Manifest
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just practicing that on purpose, doing it on purpose.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I want to just ask you this before we kind of wrap up here. Is that Amy? Do you have an uncle that's in spirit, or an uncle that you feel close to?
Robbie. I have 2 uncles in spirit.
Okay, there is an uncle in spirit. I'm going to just show you this. I wrote this down when I first saw you. Amy, uncle, Amy, uncle. There's an uncle around you that's in spirit. Okay, this is the person that's very okay, hold on. This uncle that's in spirit for you, he's the one that's more, God, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm hearing lumberjack. There's a feeling, there's something that's more physical with this person, that's somebody that's more like a guy's guy.
You gotta stop. You gotta wait.
Oh, sorry.
He wants to play with his dinosaur.
Oh, of course. Do you have an uncle that was more like a guy's guy that has crossed over?
I'm not sure. One I don't remember too much, and the other one, he actually used to carry the ice, and he was an engineer, so he moved a lot, and he was so he kept his muscles even in his 80s and 90s, and he walked miles a day. Could that be that?
Yeah,
person?
this is the guy that's really fit.
He would have been real fit because he got strong carrying the big blocks of ice, and then he kept his muscles throughout. Even when he was 80s and 90s, he still had a young body.
Because literally, I was like rolling up my arm sleeves just now. I was like,
yeah, and he can walk several miles even in his 80s. You know?
Yeah, he's strong. He is a guy. He's a guide for you. He's around you. He loves you.
But I've been told about that guy too. That not that he was my uncle, but that I have that he's always flexing his muscles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been told about that guy.
I don't know if it's your uncle or not, but I got an uncle, and it's a very strong person that's flexing his muscles. He's very, he guides you. He comes from a long line, I don't know, I'm just going to say this, a long line of lumberjacks, of someone working in the fields and the forest, and he's really a great guy. And he loves you to death. He just
lumberjacks is a big thing for me for some reason, like in dreams and stuff.
How random is that? How random is that? So you know what? This entity, the uncle, whatever, he is very much around you. Okay. So he really does remind you of your strength. You're stronger than you think. Oh, wow. That's like that Christopher Robin quote I just read. You're stronger than you think. You're braver than you are, than you know. That Christopher Robin, he kind of represents that for you. So I'm not sure what his name is or who he is. I think he might be your uncle. Just kind of, he's around you, and just know you've got support. Okay.
So is he that part of me? That strong part of me that?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. He's the part of you that goes, okay, do it. Okay, do it. Just do it. I don't care. Just do it. Go for it. Yeah. He's kind of your, he's the male side of you.
Okay.
Okay? In a traditional sense.
I know. I know what you mean.
Okay.
But to me, I always wanted to do that, actually, just once, be that person that gets really strong, just as a symbol of what I want inside.
Yeah.
But
well, you already have it inside. He's already there. It's already there.
Yeah. Or what I want to have. Well, that's good to know.
Oh, my God, I love that. It reminds me of that song, I'm a lumberjack and I don't care. Showing my age again. All right. Polly, you were going to say something.
Yes. So, Rebecca, I pulled a card for you just for fun because I like to. And I'll show you the picture in just a minute. It's Lisa Williams' Intuitive Soul Oracle cards, which I use a ton, and I pulled the health card. But it's not. It's more because I don't know if you've done this. I kind of feel like you have. It's either like vitamins or essential oils or something like that that you dabble in, and then you're like, I don't have, like you really start studying or whatever, and then you're like, don't have time for this, and then you go a little bit more, and then you go back to it, and it's kind of like a fun thing for you. But I also feel like you'll take something from, I mean, there's something that you're going to take and actually use from that. So, but I also see with it flowers. So is there like essence of flowers or something? There's like, I see like plants. I mean, it could be vitamins, is whatever. It's something, some health, and I don't necessarily think that it's like running, like you dabble in running and then you go back to it, but it's some type of some health thing that you use like to better your life, and you explore it, and then you put it down and go back. Does it make sense to you?
I do that a lot.
Okay.
I have done that, yeah.
I don't know why I pulled that card for you, but maybe, I mean, I think that there's probably, let me see if I get something why I pulled that card. Actually, you know what I'm hearing is your health matters also. So just, because I'm a mom also. So just, I don't know, have fun with that stuff. Probably, I mean, know that to honor your health, but also to have fun with it, because I think it can be fun. Like if you're doing the oils or the flowers or whatever it is that you're doing.
Okay.
So, did you get anything with that, Max?
No.
Okay.
Not get anything about that.
What does the card look like?
Oh, sorry.
The health card. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
turn it down a little bit so we can all see it. There's a lot of reflection on it. Try
Is that
it again.
better?
Try it. Talk.
Oh, can you see it now?
Okay, that's better. Oh my God, it looks like Rebecca with the ponytail. Rebecca, pull your hair back for a second and pull it back like
it
that.
probably does look like me.
Okay, now, Polly, put it up and talk so we can see the picture.
Is it Rebecca's twin?
Oh my God, it's such a similar type.
No, but when you were saying about the independent, standing on your own 2 feet and all that, another priority right now is I'm definitely gonna go to pay attention to my health and physical fitness, and I am putting that. I'm gonna spend as equal time with that.
Okay.
You know?
So that's probably why this came up, and maybe how I was seeing that you do it and then you leave it, and then you do it and leave it. So maybe take it as the priority of like, I mean, you don't have to like start training for a marathon unless you want to, but bring it into your day-to-day life. But absolutely joyful for you.
It is joyful. Yeah, it is joyful for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that probably, there's a little bit of information, take that and can, use it as you will. But do either one of you have any questions?
I'll ask one. I wondered, you had mentioned that Amy you can see angels around her. Do you see anything like that around me, or maybe not?
I will say, I feel you have somebody over each shoulder. Like we all have lots of help, but you have somebody over each shoulder that really keeps you on the straight and narrow. Like you can't veer too far off your path, is what I feel.
Mm-hmm. I also, it's interesting because I have to say, I also feel with you, Rebecca, there is another male energy around you, another strong male energy around you that has been that guides you. And I mean, everyone's got angels. There's no doubt about that. But I'm feeling a stronger spirit guide kind of and angels around. I mean, energy around you, and that could be. Is your father still here?
No.
Yeah, I feel like it's a father that's keeping you on the path. I feel like it's your father. It's a strong male energy that's around you that I feel strong about, and I thought that from the beginning when I first saw you, when we first came on, that there's a strong male energy around you that that very quite possibly could be your father. I'm not saying it is your father, but it's kind of like, you're right, Polly. I'm feeling the same thing. I feel like he's holding her shoulders and going, all right, you're going to do this. Let's do this. We're going to do this. I don't know if you ever feel your father around you, do you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Is he that kind of person that's just like, okay, little girl, we're going to do this now? Boom. We're going to do this now. Boom.
I think he could be. I think you're right, because I'm tearing up and.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you're definitely definitely guided and literally watching over your shoulders, right? Like everything you do.
Yeah.
Yes, you absolutely and I feel very, very close to you. Yes.
Yeah.
But I definitely see the father figure that Max is talking about, but I see two other beings. So you just have a lot of guidance and really the way that as we're talking about this, the way I see it is that you're really right where you should be. They're so close to you and looking down so much of where you are. You have done, in this life, you've done what you came here to do, because you really have this, this guidance, and it's not like they're like, oh no, what's she up to now? It's really like you've done a really nice job. Yeah. So, yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
I feel that, yeah.
Good. All right, Amy, do you have any questions before we do our final wrap-up? We're about at the end of our show.
No. Oh, I guess I'm curious about the guides, too. When you said angels around me, I think you were just being silly, right? You have angels around you with them?
No.
But they were just in general how angels are around people?
There's angels around everyone, and you definitely have angelic energies I can pick up. But you also have sprites and fairies. You have sprites and fairies energy around you. And, not for nothing, as they say in these shows, not for nothing, but those sprites and energies are really reflecting your mischievous, fun spirit.
Yes.
And that's why you have sprites and energy, that Tinkerbell.
That's why I'm ADHD too, maybe, because they're like, look over here, look over here.
Yep. And that's good. Yeah. I think that there's this, because you have that fun sparkle thing about you. And that's a really good thing. But the initial message I was getting for you is that just make sure that you take that, and it's a little like, when Peter Pan goes, no, Tink, we're doing this now. Yes. It's a little like, you just need to take that and go, okay, you can be that person, but we need to, or that, you can be that fairy. but Tink, we're going to do this now. We're going to go here. Okay.
And that strong person, does he do that at all with me? Does he try to? Does he attempt?
He does, but you need to ask more of the guidance part. The lumberjack. The lumberjack. Oh my God! I just got the title of your autobiography is The Lumberjack and the Fairy. and they both are from the forest.
That's very true.
Both from the forest. I love it.
But Amy, I was gonna say, you can ask like Archangel Michael or whatever, strong, because you've got all this energy around you, something really strong. Ask for guidance and support so that you can accomplish what it's time for you to accomplish.
Yeah, and he's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I agree.
Who's the Taskmaster Angel?
The Taskmaster Angel?
Yeah.
To get things done, you mean?
Yeah, to say, okay, this is what you want, you can get it, and this
Uriel.
is
Uriel. You need to talk to Uriel.
Uriel, right?
Here, you want to see my Uriel tattoo? I have to show everybody. Can you see?
Oh, very cool.
Uriel is my angel I work with all the time, and he is the angel of manifestation.
Oh, very good to know.
Yeah, he's a great angel, and he helps you to take your spiritual concepts into real life manifestation.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a really good, strong kind of
It
energy.
doesn't stay in escrow or whatever. It actually comes to being.
Comes to be. It comes to be. I love it. All right, I'm aware of time right now. We're at the top of the hour, so I think it's time for us to kind of wrap up here. So everyone, let's take a big deep breath. Lots and lots of beautiful messages have come through today. Lots of support, lots of guidance and revelations. And we are all thankful for all the divine messages that have come through for ourselves, for Rebecca, and for Amy, and for everyone here watching us. What would you like to contribute to that prayer, Polly?
I would like to say thank you for all the guidance we received today, and that we will continue to receive. And thank you for Amy and Rebecca, and for Max, and for everybody who has blessed my day. I'd like to say thank you for that, and for the continuation of love as we all go on this journey together.
Thank you. And we all say thank you very much.
Thank you.
So it is.
Thank you.
Amen, sisters and brothers. Amen. Another beautiful show. That was so great. Thank you, Rebecca and Amy, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I didn't say this before. When we close out the show, just stay on the line. But we're going to do that in a second. But first, we want to. Can you both mute your microphones, please?
I got the dinosaur.
I know, it's the dinosaur time. I love it. Okay, thank you. Would you like, Polly, do you want to talk about how people can be on the show? Or you want me to talk about that?
Well, I would love, we'd love to have guests on the show. And so the easiest way to, if you're interested, is to go to attractpositiveresults.com and drop us a line. And we are doing 2 every week. So I think we've got the next 2 weeks taken care of.
Yeah, we do. We are really, we're really looking for people. We've got a couple of weeks, and we want to just kind of fill things up as they go. And so, if you can see, we spent about a half an hour with each of our participants here. So yeah, we would love to have you. And just send an email. You can go to attractpositiveresults.com, and you can. You have to look at the blog and see what the requirements are, and send an email to info@attractpositiveresults.com and say you want to be a part of the show. Okay. I have something else to say. What are you going to say?
I would just say we'd love to have you, because it's always super fun, but people receive great guidance.
Yeah, definitely. I want to tell you some programming notes as far as it goes. We're on every week at the same time, and next week Polly is coming to Los Angeles, and we are doing a live Divine Messages at the Antelope Valley Center for Spiritual Living. If you're interested in coming, it's only $20, and we will do, it's this format basically, but with a whole bunch of people. We have a great time doing it, and it's a kind of an afternoon of love and spirit, and we're going to have music. It's really a beautiful afternoon to raise your vibration and get Divine Messages live. You can get tickets on attractpositiveresults.com or on gateways-to-peace.com. There's a link there if you're in the Los Angeles area. We would love to see you. And my little shameless plug is that tomorrow is the last day for my Christmas in July sale at attractpositiveresults.com, where I am doing two. Remember, what was it? Chuck Woolery, 2 and 2. 2 readings for the price of 1 until tomorrow, today and tomorrow. So you save $150. You can get a full reading. I usually go more than an hour in a reading for you and a friend. Or you can have 2 readings, one now and then one later in the year. Whatever works for you. So you'd save $150. And I'm also offering all of you the chance to do my Attract Positive Results Law of Attraction training 4.5, 5 hours of video training to really attract whatever you want in your life, and it is only $25. After July 30th, it will never be $25 again, and you will get everything you need to know about attracting anything in your life. A great day, a great career, travel tickets, whatever you want, you will understand how to really work with the law of attraction. And so that's only $25 right now, and that's the Christmas in July sale. That's my spiel. I think that's it. There's something else, but Polly, what do you want to tell people?
So what I'm offering, first of all, if anybody has, I think I mentioned this before we came on air, so I turned 50 in the spring, so I'm looking for fabulous, thank you.
You can be in my club,
I know. So I'm looking for the perfect warm beach-like place, and then Max and I will do our live event there. So if anybody has any suggestions, you can email us, you can contact me at Gateways 2-piece, and that's with the number 2. And then also what I'm offering is 2 for the price of 1, but I do I'll do on the coaching, so you get a reading and a coaching, so it's kind of combined in an hour. It usually goes over an hour also. So that's through gateways2piece.com.
Love it. I love it. Okay, so oh, just one more thing. I am now on Periscope. It's a new app. Periscope through your phone every single day. Every day, a couple times a day, we're doing meditations, we're doing spiritual trainings, we're doing Reiki sessions, we're doing law of attraction strategies every day, and meditations. So please find me on Periscope at Max Ryan Coach, and you can be part of this community, worldwide community, to help you to really keep your vibration high and attract awesome positive results. It's really fun. Periscope's great too. So I can see you every morning and every day. All right. So I think that's it, right, Polly?
Yep. Sounds good. Thank you, everyone.
All right. So we will see you same time next week. And yeah, that'll be the day that Polly is going to, the day before she leaves to come down here. So we'll see you next week, Thursdays at 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock in Alaska. And let's all say bye. See you next week. Bye.